It is allowed for you to have this menstrual blood from first day till 14th day. If it exceeds 14th day in Islam, it says that it is no more natural, it is sickness. Then you are not doing menstrual blood again. You are suffering from a sickness. You have to visit a doctor. So what is the thing you are going to do? سنتحدث عن غسل الجنابة. Inshallah, today we are going to discuss about how you perform a ritual bath, how you clean yourself, how you purify yourself from filth. Ritual bath is also filth. When you want to perform ritual bath, you are performing cleaning yourself from filth. How do you do that in Islam? It is regarded that when you have this cause, when you are in any of the states, you have to perform a ritual bath. This ritual bath is performed with only water. You don't use soap. You don't use sponge. You use ordinary water, a clean water that can clean other water, not a clean water that can't clean other water. How do you prefer yourself in ritual bath? Number one, a person who is announced to Islam newly is entitled, or it is in a state to perform ritual bath. They have to perform ritual bath for that person because he is a new believer. A new believer has to perform ritual bath to clean himself or herself from all the filth he has been for long years ago. Second is sexual. When you have a sexual, there's a sex between you and your wife. After the state of that, then you have to perform ritual bath. Both of you perform ritual bath. Third is the menstrual blood. After the menstrual blood dried off, you have to perform ritual bath. These are the states that if you are in that state, you have to perform ritual bath. You are in new intake as a Muslim, menstrual blood, postnatal blood, and sexual, and at the same time death. That is a Muslim, a new person that wants to become a Muslim, postnatal, sexual, menstrual, and death. Someone who died is entitled to perform ritual bath, will perform ritual bath for the person. So each of these states has breakdown and how do you perform the ritual bath, inshallah. A new intake will become a Muslim. It is a female that will instruct her, that will teach her how to perform it, how to do it, and she will do it. And at the same time to the male, that's not a problem. Then the sexual part, when you have sex with your husband, perhaps you have the sperm is out or not, as long as there is penetration, you have to perform ritual bath after that. Then the menstrual blood. The menstrual blood is a discharge of filth that comes out from the female monthly. It's either 29 days or 26 days interval. This blood, it comes out from many days. Some 3 days, some 4 days, some 5 days. But how it has happened? Before the blood will come out, there is a discharge, white mucus that will come out from a female. That is a sign that the blood is coming. You have a visitor, the visitor is coming. And when the visitor comes, the blood comes. The blood will come perhaps for 3 days interval. She will be having this discharge. It is a dirty that is coming out from her body. It's not a sickness. In the fourth day, she's expecting what we call qassa. Qassa in Imam Malik, it says that it is a mucus as well. The mucus she saw at the first day, at the first state, then the mucus she will see at the end state of it. So the mucus will come. When the mucus comes out, that is giving her the sign that the blood is going. The mucus will be yellowish in color, mixed with little blood. Then at the 5th day, she's expecting what we call jaffa. She's expecting what we call jaffa. Jaffa is dryness, where the surface will be so dry, there will be no water, nothing. This is a sign that you have finished your menstrual cycle, menstrual blood, and the menstrual, it will not come again. Then at that moment, she has to take the ritual bath. The ritual bath is not when you are doing it the first day, you still take it, no. So in Islam, when you're doing menstrual blood, when you have this, it is allowed for you to have this menstrual blood from first day till 14th day. If it exceeds 14th day in Islam, it says that it is no more natural, it is sickness. then you are not doing menstrual blood again. You are suffering from a sickness. You have to visit a doctor. So what is the thing you are going to do? In the 15th day, the blood is still come out. You will start observing your salat. Because in any of these states, if you are in any of these states, Islam, you are a Muslim, and you are just accepting in Islam, you have not performed ritual, but sexual, menstrual, postnatal death, you are not to perform salat, except you perform a ritual bath. And the exceptional there is the death. After a death, there's nothing for you again. So on the 15th day of the menstrual blood, what are you going to do? You are going to perform ritual bath and pray your salat. In Salat al-Fajr, you perform ritual bath and pray salat. Salat al-Dhuhr, you perform ritual bath and pray salat. Salat al-Asr, you perform only ablution, you not perform ritual bath. That means you are performing 2 ritual bath for Fajr and for Zuhr and Asr. Then when it's time for Maghrib, you perform ritual bath only, you perform ablution, you pray. And for Salat al-Isha, you will not perform ritual bath, which means you are performing 3 ritual baths, but every day till you are ill and cured from the sickness of the blood coming out from your body. That is the discharge. Now, 4th, which is the postnatal blood. The postnatal blood is the blood that comes out after birth. Some people immediately they give birth the day it ends and they get surface, the surface is dry. Some the 2nd day, some the 3rd day, why so many days. But however, in Islam, it is 40 days. It is what? 40 days. If it exceeds 40 days, then your salat, you have to start praying salat, which means you have to start visiting your doctor that you are still having a discharge, which is blood. So if the blood still coming out after 40 days, you do the same thing the person who is having a discharge after 14 days, who is doing menstrual blood, the way person perform ablution, he perform a ritual bath for every salat, that's what you're going to do as well. The death. There are some dead bodies that you don't need to beat them. Those are the shuhada, those who died in water, those who died by a house collapse on them, those who died by fire, those who died by accident. You will just go and bury them the way they are. No need for ritual bath. But when you die normally, maybe you died on a bed, you just breathe and your breath ceased, you're going to take a ritual bath. So how do we take this ritual bath? Ritual bath, there are different types of taking ritual bath. Some you have to wash your body, do this, do that. The most important thing about ritual bath listing is what? Ta'mimul ma. The water should be all over your body. Make sure you rub your hand. You scrub your hand all over the body. And make sure the water touches all over the body from the head to the toes. And that starts from 1. How do you take it? You can just wash your private part, including the dead bodies. The same pattern, no difference. Make sure you wash your private part very clean. The back and the front, very clean. After that, you can just go under your shower and on the shower, and the shower will just be helping you to rub the water all over the body. So just make sure that the water is all over your body. The water is all over your body. Just make sure the water is all over your body. And make sure that you're rubbing all the parts of the body with your hands. So that is the most extensive part of the ritual bath. So you have another type of bathing the ritual bath. After washing the front and the back very clean, and you have a swimming pool, you can dive into the swimming pool. And when you swim in and you swim out, you are done with the ritual bath. And if you have a bathtub in your house, make sure before you dive into the bathtub, you wash the front surface and the back surface very clean first. Then you enter the bathtub, make sure all over your body is filled with water. You soaked and you rub your hand with water, and that's fine for ritual bath. And the hardest part is when you want to divide yourself into 2, the right part first and the left part first. It is too hard. That's the simplest way. It is said by Imam Malik, by the 4 scholars, Imam Malik, Abu Hanifa, Shafi'i ibn Hanbal, and other scholars. We have about 13 scholars in Islam who they all affirmed and said, ritual bath, you can take it. The most important is make sure the water is all over your body and you rub your hands very well. Ma'asalam wa illa liqa.